which goes to an individual who speaks and represents the mission of LiveWorkPlay. So please, all eyes on the screens. So all these three young people have done awesome work in the community.
Thing is, you ready for this? I'm moving out. I will be moving in, getting the key, July 1st. So that's coming soon.
Congratulations. Oh, so it's good for people to know here, when we first met Kyle a few years ago, the Murphys invited him as a guest to the auction, I believe. And Kyle was very shy, wasn't too sure about joining LiveWorkPlay, and his mother came over to me and asked, wondering for some advice about how she could ever talk to her son about the idea of moving out, because he did not want to talk about it. So this is 2 years later, and Kyle is not a shy person, moving out July 1st. Woo! Congratulations.
He's trying.
The Good Life Award goes to an individual who has persisted and followed life dreams. just loves having Amanda around, and she really is coming out of her shell and a great example of how to live life. Amanda is great. And Chris, well, if anybody knows Chris, there's always, whenever you hear that giggle, you know that Chris isn't too far away. But this time last year, we were, I think it was this time last year, a lot of us were mourning. Chris's mom, who was a big part of the LiveWorkPlay and Ottawa community, passed away from cancer, and it was a very sad time for a lot of us, and a very sad time for Chris, with his family, the rest of his family living outside of Ottawa. He connected with Mark McCormick, who was on the stage earlier, and connected with a number of volunteers, and continued his paid work and getting out in the community, and he's just doing happy, his mom, of course, doing really well in the community, and just living life to the fullest, so congratulations, Chris. Right, last but not least, we have the Legacy Award. This is an award that we do not give out every year, but it is awarded to an individual who has made a lasting difference in the lives of people with intellectual disabilities and the greater community.
We had no idea.
Marge McCabe. You don't know who Marge is? Marge is one of the founding members of Family Matters Co-op.
Okay, guys.
And she's currently the executive director of Family Matters Co-op. She's been instrumental in leveraging numerous partnerships, including the creation of McLean's Co-op, where 6 adults with intellectual disability live in their own apartments. She has also started Laundry Matters, a social enterprise employing people with intellectual disabilities, and sits on way too many committees, but all in the spirit of advocating for a better life for individuals with intellectual disabilities and their families. She's a mover and a shaker, tells it like it is, and is a breath of fresh air. Recently, she's made the decision to retire from her executive director duties at Family Matters Co-op, and she will be greatly missed. So Marge, we'd like to just take this opportunity to thank you so much for your commitment and dedication to people with intellectual disabilities. And we hope you don't go too far away by asking Marlene Floyd, the chair of our LiveWorkPlay board, to come up and say a few words. But before we do that, we want to take this time to point out to everybody the great news, which is Marlene Floyd. Marlene, as we know, is a mover and shaker herself. She works very hard with volunteering in a variety of ways on LiveWorkPlay, but also has taken some time to start out Dress for Success in Ottawa, and has been nominated and awarded 2 prestigious awards this year in Ottawa. One is, most recently, 2 nights ago, the Wise Women of Distinction Award in the volunteering category, and the other is a provincial-wide award, Leading Women Building Communities Award. So on behalf of LiveWorkPlay, Marlene, we'd like to congratulate you for being nominated and winning the awards, and we know only too well how deserving you are of these awards, and are very honored that you are associated with LiveWorkPlay. So please welcome Marlene Floyd to the stage to say a few words. And the other thing I guess we can congratulate Marlene on is she just got married. So congratulations.
to so many different accomplishments. We have folks that have new jobs, we have folks that have moved out for the first time. You know, but most importantly, we have good friendships and we have good memories here this year. And I think that every one of those needs to be celebrated because they're all accomplishments. And we know that we have folks that are moving out, and that's such wonderful. And I want to give everyone to give themselves a big pat on the back for all their accomplishments this year. Everyone deserves a big hand, and congratulations to you. So that's fine. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank the LiveWorkPlay staff, because without them, none of this would happen. The programs and the supports that we have, the events, the trips, everything that happens at LiveWorkPlay, we have the most phenomenal staff, and we're so lucky in this room to be associated and to have them with us. So Julie, Keenan, Allison, Fran, Jennifer, Grace, Daniel, Anthony, Matthew, can you please stand up? Where's everybody? Did I get everyone? The dedication, passion, and leadership shown, it deserves to be celebrated. So thank you all for what you do, and the wonderful team. You impact each and every one of our lives. So thank you very much. I've been pleased to be involved with LiveWorkPlay for the past 6 or 7 years, both as a volunteer and now as a board member. And to see the growth of the organization over that period is truly inspirational. LiveWorkPlay now provides direct supports to over 60 people. That's very important work that we're proud that we do. But when we look around tonight, there's a lot more than 60 people in this room. LiveWorkPlay is no longer about just a small group of people that have intellectual disabilities and that we're here to support. It's about the larger community. It's about creating an inclusive, wonderful, welcoming space where we're all welcome and that we can all be part of this wonderful community. And I think that LiveWorkPlay really has done that here with everyone here, but also with the community at large. And the fact that we have so many employers that are taking on and hiring people that have intellectual disabilities and making sure that this community is inclusive, that we have folks that are out living on their own, and that we have volunteers supporting them so that they can live a really good life. And that's something that we should all be proud of and that we should all celebrate. And that's what tonight's about. It's about celebrating those accomplishments, and it's about celebrating the inclusive community that we're all building together. But we've only just started, and there's so much more that needs to be done. We're part of a movement here. There's so much advocacy that we need to do in each and every one of our lives to make sure that others know that an inclusive community is something that we all have to strive for, regardless of who you are. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone here tonight. It's been a pleasure once again. I love this night. It's so great to celebrate everyone's accomplishments, and you should be very proud of yourselves. So with that, on behalf of the board, have a great summer.